evening, everybody, and welcome back to Doge Dude ASMR. I am Doge Dude, and I hope you all had a wonderful week. Today, I figured I would do something a little different than my first two videos. Today, I'm gonna show some of the better cards in my collection, some legendary basketball players that most should know about. Without further ado, there's Mr. LeBron James. Now, I can't say I'm a big LeBron fan, but I do respect his game. He is one of the better players to have ever played, and probably the best of this generation. This is from the Heir to the Throne series from Fleer Ultra. They don't make cards anymore. This card, I believe, is from 2007. With a really nice patch from one of his game-worn Cavalier jerseys. When speaking about basketball legends, you can't talk about legends without bringing up Mr. Kobe Bryant. Growing up as a Laker fan during the three-peat era, Kobe Bryant was my hero. And before I realized that I did not have the talent to play basketball too well, I wanted to be just like Kobe. Unfortunately, Kobe, as many of you know, passed away a few years ago in a tragic helicopter crash. But his legacy will live forever in fans like me and many others who grew up watching the Lakers and just respecting his game. He was tough. He was a winner. He's really missed. That's a nice piece of a game-worn Laker jersey that he wore. And this card is numbered 5 of 7. Truly one of my favorite cards in my collection. We miss you, Kobe. Staying in that era, here's another one, another man who revolutionized slam dunks. That's Mr. Vince Carter. There's a bit of a glare. There we go. Mr. Vince Carter. Vinsanity, Vince Carter of Toronto Raptors fame. And he bounced around towards the end of his career, went to the Kings, the Mavericks, I believe, the Hawks. I'm sure another team or two. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But legendary dunker, prolific scorer, one of the better players to come out of North Carolina. Vince Carter played forever. I remember watching him when I was just a wee boy, only about 6 or 7 years old when he was just starting. And I remember very recently, up until I believe 2020 when he retired, Vince Carter went from young phenom to wily graybeard, still as talented as they come. There's a big swatch of a game worn, I believe that's a Mavericks jersey, with a nice V. Carter autograph in a 15. Yes, it is from a Dallas Mavericks game worn jersey. Another one from that era. Mr. Allen Iverson. Now, in watching the three-peat, I remember when the Lakers beat the 76ers. I believe that was 2000, 2001. I'm not sure. But I remember they faced the Lakers in the finals and they were beaten by Kobe and Shaq. But I remember Allen Iverson made it a series. And one of the most famous shots in NBA history was when he sank a three-point shot over Tyronn Lue, who was playing with the Lakers at the time, and he stepped over him. I even remember at the time I was in awe. I couldn't stand AI. I couldn't stand Iverson. But even at a young age, I could respect how well he played the game, how much of a leader he was, his pure talent. This card is numbered 7 out of 49 with an autograph and 4 pieces of jersey that he wore. I like that old logo. That's a clean logo. These logos, it's not good when they're too busy. These logos need to stay clean like that. Look at that. Beautiful. Another player I grew up really liking a lot was Mr. Tracy McGrady. Now, Tracy McGrady, probably not remembered as a Hawk. He'd probably be remembered more as a member of the Orlando Magic and as of the Houston Rockets. But he bounced around much like Vince Carter did later in his career. Tracy McGrady was a fantastic dunker, but he could also spot up and shoot the ball. I remember when he went to Houston in 04-05, I thought him and Yao Ming would bring Houston a championship, but unfortunately for both Tracy and for Yao, they were beset by injuries. Unfortunately, Tracy McGrady's prime was kind of stolen from him because he had a variety of back and leg injuries. I remember for one season he had back spasms that pretty much kept coming back. That sounds horrible. I don't know how he did it. But that's a patch from an Atlanta Hawks jersey, and this card is numbered 26 out of 49. There's a shot of Tracy going up for a dunk. The man still had good legs, even at 33, even with the injuries, and he could still dunk. One more for Mr. McGrady, be from the All-Decade Series from National Treasures in 2010. This one states All-Decade, the 2000s, with Tracy as a New York Knick. Now, once again, you probably don't know McGrady as a Knick, but he did go there for a year. Once again, he wasn't as good as he was during his heyday with Orlando and with Houston, but he still showed flashes of what he used to be, and he was still a very serviceable player. There's a patch, looks like a piece of the nameplate from the back of his jersey. And this card is numbered 6 out of 25, and it states, McGrady went straight to the NBA from high school, something else they don't do anymore, and played so well he earned a spot on the league's 2000s All-Decade team. He led the NBA in scoring twice, made 7 straight All-Star teams, and was a 2-time All-NBA first-team selection. At 6'8", 223 pounds, a unit of a man, and one of the better players of the early 2000s. In any case, ladies and gents, that'll do it for tonight. I just wanted to give y'all a bit of my Legends collection. That's merely the very tip of the collection, but I don't just collect the Adam LaRoches and Derek Fishers of this world. I miss that era of basketball. I believe the early 2000s, the late 90s were the golden era. I hope one day basketball can return to that must-see TV it used to be. In any case, I hope y'all have a great night, a good morning, a good day, and may God bless you and your family. Take care.